back. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is and wherever you are watching this. I am excited to get ready today because I have one new product to use, and I'm so excited because it's from a brand I own nothing from. Even though I know most of you probably already own a lot of things from this brand because it's very inexpensive, but I was at Walmart and I just thought, you know what the heck? I spent way too long at Walmart the other day. Do I dare even insert a picture? I will. My cart was spilling over. My cup runneth over. I needed 2 carts and I only had me. So it was very interesting getting those groceries out to the car. But I hadn't gone to the store in a bit with this whole quarantine thing. We've really just been running her dry around here. So anyways, we are going to get ready. Get yourself a cup of coffee. This is my afternoon pick-me-up. Today is actually my husband's birthday, so I want to do something really pretty, really glamorous, and he'll probably come home in the middle of this, but so what? And so let's get into this. So what did you guys pick up from the VIB sale? This always happens to me. I don't plan on shopping the sale, right? Then the sale's over, and I want something. It's the same thing when I get the Ulta coupon. Like, I don't need nothing. Then after my coupon expires, I run out of something. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I just am I'm loving all my makeup that I have, right? But in certain areas of my makeup collection, because it still is a collection even though it's very much downsized, things are looking a little crusty, a little old, and I'm kind of feeling the need to spruce up a bit. Let me grab some hair clips. I don't know what it is either, but it's like I feel like I don't want my channel to get a little bit stale when it comes to the beauty aspect of the channel, because I'm not, like buying or using new things. And I know people don't always care about new. I totally get that. But I like to have new also. But I also really like to use things up. Okay, be careful, my curtains. Elsa is making a bed in my curtains. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to use my NARS foundation here. So this is an area that I'm really enjoying, this foundation. And it's one of those where you can apply it lighter to get that BB CC cream effect, or just kind of sheer it out with something else. So that's kind of what I plan on doing this summer, is just mixing this in with my sunscreen or with my Drunk Elephant De Bronzy to kind of boost and change the color as I get a little more color in my skin. I'm going to use my Wayne Goss brush. I've been kind of catching up on his videos. I haven't watched him in a long time, and so it's prompting me to use his brushes, which this particular brush came in his first ever brush set that he did, and I bought that. And this sat in the cup, in my brush cup, for the longest time because I honestly didn't like it at first. It was very different from, the Sigma F80 that we all used for years. And so I didn't like it as much as the Beauty Blender or the Sigma brush or even my Sephora Pro brush that I like to use. But now I've kind of figured out that I didn't like it because I was using it wrong. You really need to buff this. Man, this NARS foundation, I don't think it's supposed to be full coverage, but it gives me full coverage. So a show that my husband and I have been watching, because the latest season just came out, or it's slowly coming out right now on HBO, is Westworld. Here's what I don't like about HBO. First of all, they want to charge you $15 a month for that streaming service. And there's like nothing on HBO that really, like, what is on there that interests me, I've already watched. And they don't put new things on there very often. So, case in point, we had HBO so we could watch season 2 last year. Well, we waited, was it even last year? It was a really long time before season 3 came out because part of their set, I think, had burned down during the California wildfires last year. So anyways, we got it again so we could start watching, season 3, but there's just nothing on there that interests me. I've watched a lot of the shows that are on there, but I don't know, $15 a month, it's like the most expensive streaming service we have. We have Prime, we have Hulu, we have Disney Plus, and Netflix. Yes, I know we have a lot of streaming services, but my husband likes to have the different options, and I really do watch things on all of those. And then, of course, YouTube. But I just have to gripe about how expensive it is and the lack of really good content. All right, so here comes the new product. It is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I was watching Emily Noel, and she was using this, and I've watched people use all these different drugstore concealers, but it's never something that I pay attention to until I'm in need of one. So I'm almost out of the L'Oreal Pro Glow. We're getting really down. And so I wanted to have another one ready to go. Now they did not have the shade that probably is my shade in the store, and they rarely do. My Walmart, I really don't like when people do this, but a lot of the packages were all open and people were testing. I'm like, you guys are not supposed to do this. And they even have cameras, and people are still opening them up and testing them in the store, which sucks because then when you want to do right and not do that, then you can't buy it because it's like, well, I don't want to buy that because somebody else swatched it on their hand and who knows what's in there now. So anyways, long story short, not really, I bought the shade Fair Warm, which this may work, but I have a feeling it's going to be too light. But since I don't use that much anyways, I think maybe I can make it work. So this is supposed to be full coverage, I think it says, yet high coverage, hydrating, long wearing. I'm like, well, that sounds good. Now, I know I don't normally go for full coverage anymore, but I thought less is more if it's full coverage. What does that mean? Sorry, something's blinking at me. I don't know what that means. If it's full coverage, maybe I don't need as much. Okay, let's just see. But yeah, this is probably going to be a little bit too light. At this stage of the game, I like to do a concealer that's pretty darn close to my actual skin color. I'm enjoying blending out concealer lately too with a brush. If anything, I kind of figured e.l.f. is really inexpensive. If it doesn't work, it's not a big deal. I don't know, when she put it on, it looks so flawless and pretty on her. This is a brush I've been mixing with powder though, so maybe that wasn't the most genius plan here. Because it's so light, it's definitely brighter. Definitely giving me a brightness because it's so light. I'm gonna have to exchange this for a darker shade. I'm gonna set my under eyes here with a little bit of the By Terry powder. I need to like hurry up and watch some drugstore related videos because I go down to the drugstore and I've tried a good amount of things. There's still like new things coming out and things I'm just not familiar with. And I'm not really one to buy a bunch of drugstore and then maybe like it, because I also don't like to deal with returning and losing money if it's not something you took on recommendation from someone or something. I really like to make sure it's going to be decent. One product I tried to stray from and buy, other products is brows. And I really just like the shade of this Anastasia. It matches my eyebrows perfectly. I like how it stays on. I tried drugstore eyebrow products and they're either too waxy and just like thick and goopy and don't work for my particular situation, or they fade throughout the day and my eyebrow just is slowly gone. And with where I live and how hot it gets, you can't be messing around with eyebrow products or you won't have brows within 2 hours of being outside. I'm just going heavy on these brows today. Sure am. Are you gonna come up? You thinking about it? Okay. Oh, you wanna come sit with Mama? Oh, hey baby. Here's precious baby. Here's my big girl. Oh, up and over. Oh, you're gonna go in your spot? They like to look at you. What? What are you guys doing? Okay, then you can come in. We can be done. I just have an extra kick in my step whenever I put on my eyebrows. There's just something about having your eyebrows on that just makes you feel younger, a little bit more revived. All right, I'm going to go in with the Hollywood Flawless Filter here on my cheekbones today. So the other day I did this as under the makeup primer, and it was pretty, but I definitely got really dewy throughout the day because it just added more glow than I probably necessarily needed. What I need to do once the Sephora store opens back up is just go in there, sans kids, and play. I have not done that in so long. I'm going to put a little bronzer on because a little pasty. I'm going to go into Hourglass. This bronzer has lasted me forever. This is the original launch. I bought this during the original, probably even the pre-launch, honestly, of these bronzers. And I think since then they've expanded the colors, but I still really like this one. This one's a very pretty warmer glow, so this is a good summertime. Like, you really want to look bronzed, this is a good one. I've kind of just been doing this thing where we're in focus, right? We do a little bit of sun kiss like this. Because why not? It's kind of fun to play around and change up your way that you do things. You know what? I should have set that cream. Oh my gosh, I'm not thinking straight. So this is an oldie but goodie highlighter, the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. I still really enjoy these. I own quite a few shades. I have not decluttered any of them because I really like the formulation of these. Once it hits the skin, it just instantly melts in. So these are not going to leave any sort of texture or visible like chunkiness. Guys, there's just so many highlighters on the market and quite a few of them. They might look beautiful, but once you apply them to skin, if you have any sort of texture or imperfections, a lot of them just really emphasize that. If your skin is like smooth as glass and you don't have, I don't like to highlight too much because my freckles, I just feel like it can draw attention to some unwanted brown spots and so on and so forth. Basically, you don't have to worry about that with this. So if you have more mature skin, maybe give these a go. I'm sure she's got some new shades available because this is an oldie but goodie, like I said. But just a really, I wouldn't use the word gentle, definitely as a highlighter, but really pretty. I'm going to play around here, put a little bit up here as well. I don't know if this blush is still available, but it's one of my favorites. If you remember, this is NARS Bumpy Ride. Oh my gosh, that's like the epitome of a springtime color. Maybe it is available. I should not have given you a close-up of my nails. I have neglected my nails so hardcore, but when you're gardening and doing yard work and really digging into cooking and all that kind of thing, it's just really hard to have nails. It's just so impractical. Even cleaning, like my hands are in water, it's soap and water constantly, cleaning constantly, that even after if I paint them, they just look wretched. They almost look worse. So I'd rather just keep them short and not show anyone. So when I was picking out my makeup for today, I'm like, okay, I know I want to wear a seafoam green shirt and have that NARS Bumpy Ride blush on because it is so, it's just springy and floral. It just reminds me of like a spring bouquet of flowers. And I like NARS blushes. I find they really stay on and stay true to color all day long. I also like to take my blush kind of up like this in the same way that you would do bronzer, just to kind of marry all the colors together. Oh, jeez. I almost started contouring with it, but oh, why the heck not?
5 minutes.
Yes, you make it up now, but do not be splashing your sister with water,
Okay.
or you'll be back on that chair.
Hey, Mom.
Yes, honey.
If I come in, can I play a little something on the Xbox?
No, you may not. So the other day I had Chloe do my makeup. We were just kind of playing around and she wanted to use this palette. And guys, I was really impressed with what she was able to do. So I pulled up a look using this palette on Pinterest that she could kind of follow. And she's very artsy, and so she did a really good job. As she gets older here, I will definitely take the time to explain to her, you know, how we blend like this and, you know, the colors that we choose and so on and so forth. But for a 9-year-old, she got the concept of, you know, blend it out in the crease, maybe put a little darker color out here, a brighter shade in the lid, and she did a really good job. And it also prompted me to dig this palette back out again because, guys, this is another really good springy, summery palette. Just really pretty, just bright, but not too intense of an eyeshadow. So I'm going to start with Peaches and Cream here. I really like a peach shade in my crease.
Mommy, Chloe's splashing me. Chloe's splashing me.
I'll let you know this is the 3rd time they've come in here complaining about splashing. Each taking their turn at the complaint. Another thing I've really been enjoying lately is basically using a 2 or 3 eyeshadow look. So just kind of intensifying the color in the outer corner, maybe going in with a 2nd crease shade just to kind of blend and deepen, and then throw in a lid shade, and that's really it. I'm finding, I don't know if it's just because of my eye shape and you know, 6 years later I'm finally learning how to put eyeshadow on or what, but it also takes the look and just gives you a really nice blown out yet pulled together look. Obviously eyeliner and mascara, that kind of thing, or maybe even just skip eyeliner and do some false lashes for kind of like a really fresh yet dramatic look. Let's use this. I have not used this color in a long time. This is MAC's Rule. It's a nice matte orange color, and I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to stick that in my crease right on top of the other color here. Is stunning. You know, zoom you in a little bit here. I never thought like orange eyeshadows would be something I would actually enjoy, but I really like this color orange. This is like a bright nectarine maybe. This is beautiful. Do you know who I watch on YouTube that every time I watch her I just think she is so talented with makeup, and she has the most unique, creative, stunning looks. It's Bailey Sarian. I love her channel because she does like makeup and mystery Mondays. So like she does murder mystery Mondays and she puts on her makeup. And you know, I love me a good murder mystery. Watch Dateline every Friday, 2020. I've seen every murder documentary available. I'm not even joking. And so I love to watch her because somehow she's able to really like talk about something with so many details while putting on makeup, but not just like what I'm doing, which a monkey could probably do, but like seriously cool creative looks. Like she inspires me to sit down and play with color, play with different things or using things differently and not just doing, you know, my everyday matte brown neutral eyeshadow look. She reminds me that makeup can be a real creative outlet, and it can be something that's fun and not just like, maybe for some of you it's like a chore because you have to do it every day and you just end up doing the same things just to get it over with, but kind of like renewing the love for playing in makeup. You know, you go, like anything in life, like you go through seasons of really enjoying something and then just maybe losing a little interest in it. And whenever I take a break from it, I always get a renewed sense of excitement for it all over again, always. It sometimes is a little bit longer break than others, but it usually comes back. Like it's not a permanent, oh, I'm not interested in it kind of thing.
Are you still taking a video?
Yes. Your hair's all crazy. Was the pool warm or was it cold?
Warm.
It was warm.
Cold.
Yeah, I was going to say, it rained hard last night. That should not be very warm water. Yep, they can see you. You need to fix your hair. It's all wild and crazy. He's going to go comb his hair real nice for you. Alrighty, what do we want to do now? Alright, let's just keep rolling with these matte colors. I have this color here called Red Brick. I think this will be a nice addition. So I'm going to add this to deepen it up. Actually, I'm going to take the same brush. I do that a lot. If it's a similar tone and I'm just going deeper. Oh, now you look handsome.
Hello.
He is not my shy one. Neither of my kids are shy, but he's particularly more outgoing. Aren't you, buddy? Mm-hmm.
Can you turn the camera so they can see the cat?
Oh, I think they can see her, honey.
No, they can't. Look in the camera, see?
Yeah, they can see her. Don't move it.
They're right there.
Uh-huh, she's right there.
They're right, Elsa's right here. At the corner of the camera.
Yep, there she is. She's always here when I'm filming. Now I'm going to take Amber Lights and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I did not intend for this to be such a bright eyeshadow day, but by golly, I am actually really loving this. I'm going to take this color. It's called Honey Lust by MAC. I almost feel like this one would probably be best applied by wetting your brush with perhaps some sort of Fix Plus just obviously, or setting spray or something. I like to curl my eyelashes before I do eyeliner. If I do it after, I end up taking half of the eyeliner off with the lash curler, and then it looks shoddy, and then I have to like do it all over again. I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to take this purple eyeliner from Pixie. I love this color purple too because it's a very cool toned, bright purple. And I'm going to fill that in my lower waterline here. I'm going to go with the old standbys, the Ardell Demi Wispies. Aren't these like the #1 selling lash? They're just a great lash. I can see why. I mean, they really work for a variety of eye shapes. I think brides, maybe it was, I read something about brides choosing this lash. I love this lash. I would glue this on every single day. I'm going to go over the top of this lower lash eyeliner with this shade called, nope, not that one, this one. With this shade here from MAC. I think it's called Stars and Rockets. This was the first single shadow I ever bought from MAC, I think. I know I bought Omega because I went to the counter asking for a shadow to fill in my brows and they told me Omega. Got home and it was like not a, no. Omega's like a gray color. No, it did not work well for me. But then I went to the store and I was so overwhelmed with the first time I went to MAC to buy eyeshadow. Because, you know, they have the whole rack there. And keep in mind, at this point, I just had, like, what I wore on my wedding day, basically. And I could not choose. But I ended up picking out 2 purple eyeshadows, which, to this day, are 2 of my favorite. I just love how cool toned this is. Oh, yeah, this is so fun. Yes, Nylon. Max Nylon. This is a really good inner corner highlight. It's very... It doesn't look like much, but trust me when I tell you it's pretty intense. So here's kind of a close-up of the eyes finished. I love how that purple goes so well with this orange. I mean, talk about an unexpected, fun eye makeup look. This is turned into a MAC favorites video, but another one of my favorite lip liners is Spice. And this was my first lip liner I ever bought from MAC as well. It is a lovely spice color. It's like a cinnamon stick. It's a nice neutral with a little more warmth. I'm trying to decide what direction to go with this because we could obviously do a peach lip, but I'm tempted to put this on. This is Lana by NARS. She'd be bold. That is bold. I'm ready. I am ready. My husband's gonna be like, wow, you played in makeup today, didn't you? You really dove in. But that's the fun of it. And I think that's kind of what rekindles it for me, is reminding myself that this is art. This is fun. This is not meant to be, okay, you need to look this certain way or just do this same thing every single day. Like, why did I buy all the variety of colors that I have if I'm not going to indeed use them? And this is kind of like, this is getting me very much excited. I am ready to do some more fun, springy, summery looks. I'm also ready for these bangs to be grown out. Man, I am so over this lump of hair that I have here, so don't mind this. The growing out process is so annoying, and since I've been back and forth for basically, what, the last year and a half, having bangs, no, 2 years almost? No, probably a year and a half. Back and forth, cutting the bangs, growing them out. It's like I can't make up my mind. But I'm really committing to growing them out, so we just have to deal with this for, oh, realistically, probably another year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this inspires you to kind of dig out your makeup and play with shades that have been much neglected. Throw some color on. It really can be so much fun. I love you guys, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day.